Autism. When I first heard this word, it was a few years ago when I began working as a substitute instructional aide, which is an individual who helps children with special needs on an on-call basis. Now, I met an individual who had a severe form of autism, whom I will call Donna. Donna sat on the classroom floor, rocking back and forth, flapping her hands together and moaning to herself for hours. And this is what I believed autism to be, was just an individual who was completely disconnected from the world. However, several months ago I was hired on as a full-time instructional aide and began working with a little boy who has another form of autism. And I discovered that autism was not what I initially thought it was. So I'm here today to answer some frequently asked questions about autism in hopes to help everyone better understand this. So let's dive right in. Question number 1, what is autism? Autism, simply defined, is a neurodevelopmental disorder which is of impairments of growth or development of the brain's central nervous system that affects emotion, learning ability, self-control, and memory. Now, I want you to take a look here at these two brain scans that I have. The first brain is of an autistic individual named Temple Grottin, who's contributed significantly to our society over the years. This is an image of the brain of an average person. Now, if the brain does not develop right, that the ventricles, which are shown in blue, are going to expand to fill in the spaces. Now, Grottin has her left ventricle is enlarged, and this is considered to be abnormal. This is an area of the brain that is believed to affect language, and Temple Grottin has been known to greatly struggle with verbal communication over the years, which is a common thing found in those who have autism. The other areas of the brain that are believed to be most affected by autism are the amygdala, which functions in the processing of emotions and behavior, and the hippocampus, which works with learning and memory. The second most frequently asked question is what are the common traits of those who have autism? Now, the common traits are sensory challenge, emotional needs to have a strict daily routine, struggle with holding eye contact, parroting, inappropriate or obsessive attachments to objects, and also fixating on interests, which could be tornadoes, ocean life, or really could be anything. The third question that is most frequently asked is how severe is autism or can be. Now, with those with autism, that they can be anywhere as mild as symptoms as someone who has just a few odd personality quirks to an individual who is so severe that they are nonverbal or could be violent towards self or others. Now, how is autism diagnosed? Autism is not diagnosed through any medical tests. Yes, we just looked at a couple brain scans, but that actually does not prove that the individual has a form of autism. It is done through a trained clinician who specializes in this field, and they take a look at where the individual is at in their behavior development, and it could take several weeks up to several years to be able to diagnose an individual with autism. And the last question is, can autism be cured or at least treated? Autism is actually a chronic disorder that cannot be cured. However, through many of the medical advances that we've had over the years and the many studies that have been done on this have actually helped us to come up with some wonderful methods on how to help those and their specific symptoms that are hindering their growth and development the most. Just to name a few, we have behavior modification, social skills training, occupational therapy, speech-language therapy, music therapy, medication, dietary interventions, along with many others. And it's usually through a combination of these that we are able to have the most success in helping individuals in their specific areas of need with their form and level of severity of autism. John Robinson, who is an author of his memoir, Look Me in the Eye, detailing his life with Asperger's syndrome, which is another type of autism, once said, quote, "So is there a cure?" I asked. "It's not a disease," he explained. "It doesn't need curing. It's just who you are." My friends, we don't need to cure those with autism. We just need to help them. Thank you.